If you know, you know. And we all know Floyd stated time and time again, he is not fighting Manny Pacquiao again. And rumors came out that Floyd Mayweather was about to fight Manny Pacquiao in Saudi Arabia, which was just an old clip. And some way, somehow, it got resurfaced on the social media network. So Floyd Mayweather came out and clarified that those are just rumors and that was an old clip, and he is not fighting Manny Pacquiao again. And if he is, they will always say and give Manny Pacquiao another excuse to why he lost, just like they did for the first fight. And I completely agree with that. You know, he even brought up the shoulder excuse, and he stated that Manny Pacquiao was raising his hand at the end of the fight. However, they want to say, oh, he hurt his shoulder. At first, keep in mind, they said it was before the fight. Then Bob Arum came out and stated that it was during the fight when he heard the backlash of the fans that stated, oh, y'all robbed us of our money, throwing an injured fighter in the ring. Then Bob Arum came out saying that, oh, he hurt his hand during the fight. He missed so much that he hurt his shoulder. Then Freddie Roach said the same thing. Then they came out and stated it was at the later rounds. Because Manny Pacquiao, he was throwing the right hand when he had Floyd Mayweather on the ropes. When there was a target to be hit, he was throwing it. However, when Floyd Mayweather was making a miss, he was just hitting air. So how can you hurt your hand missing all night? But yeah, I do know why. He was hitting air all night. There was no target for him to hit, so you could hurt your hand like that. So is Manny Pacquiao fault for not studying Floyd Mayweather? Even after the fight, Manny Pacquiao claimed Floyd Mayweather ran. Even so, even though he didn't ran, and when he was in the corner, Manny Pacquiao backed up. Manny Pacquiao, you should have done your homework. Ain't that's what the Pac-Tars say? Floyd Mayweather run all day. So if that's the case, then why didn't you do your homework, since you're getting paid like $150 million to beat this guy who no one could beat with that style? So you're going to go in the ring expecting him to be Hagler? It's a no-brainer. Just like the shoulder excuse, just like they didn't know when he hurt his shoulder, just like he raised his hand after the fight, just like there was no surgery after the fight. And Manny Pacquiao claimed he swam in the ocean in the Philippines, and some way, somehow, that restored it and healed his hurt shoulder. So you telling me salt water healed your shoulder? That's something you hear in comic books. That's something you hear if someone was a prophet. I mean, does Manny Pacquiao think he's Jesus? Does Pac-Tars think Manny Pacquiao is Jesus? Because that's the only explanation. And Manny Pacquiao stated that in the Philippines. He knows better not to say no silly stuff like that in the U.S. You know what? Matter of fact, I think he even went on Jimmy's show in the U.S. and said that salt water healed his shoulder. So, man, Manny Pacquiao could say whatever he wants, and the Pac-Tars still will ride or die for him. But all I'm saying is, you know, take your win like a man. You're also supposed to take your loss like a man. Manny Pacquiao was always like that. Even with the Bradley situation, you know, I felt like he won. He came out and stated that, oh, you know, it's God's plan, you know, whatever he stated after the fight. But he didn't complain and cry like he did with the Floyd Mayweather fight when he knew he lost that fight. Even Freddie Roach stated he lost that fight. You know, but Pac-Tars will tell you, oh, if you close both of your eyes and watch the fight, Manny Pacquiao won. Yeah, because you watching your imagination. Like, man, they told me watch the video in reverse, watch the fight in slow motion. It's all this silly talk trying to justify him winning. And it's like, I'm watching the whole fight and he won 2 rounds out of 12 rounds. If you generous, you give him 3, no more than 4. It's impossible to give Manny Pacquiao 4 rounds in that fight. So history is written and you can't rewrite history. whatever Manny Pacquiao achieves, it will only make Floyd Mayweather look better and make his resume better, because guess what? Manny Pacquiao is printed in Floyd Mayweather's resume. And not as a hard win, matter of fact, as an easy win. And I will go as far as saying, and I believe Floyd Mayweather will co-sign this, that Manny Pacquiao was such an easy fight that it wasn't his toughest fight. Matter of fact, it's not even on the 5 toughest fight for Floyd Mayweather. I believe he's not even on that list. It's his biggest name, don't get me wrong. However, Conor McGregor was a big name also. So I'm not talking about how big his name is. I'm talking about his toughest fights, which is Gustus, maybe Cotto, Maidana for sure, Castillo, guys like that. So those guys will always trump Manny Pacquiao when it comes to Floyd Mayweather's toughest fight. So like I stated before, even maybe Oscar De La Hoya fight was tougher for Floyd Mayweather than a Manny Pacquiao fight, even though he was always in control in both fights. So like I always say, subscribe below if you're trying to get smart about a minute. If you're trying to get dumb about a second, don't listen to these casual fans. And follow Lantoon Boxing for the funniest boxing memes. Follow me at Aki TV on Instagram and YouTube, and click on the notification bell to get notified every time we go live, and to be continued on the next episode of Aki TV. Peace, and we out.